Hey, 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 it's Transformation Tuesday. I mixed it up for you guys today. It should be transform your life, transform your future. It's Transformation Tuesday. It's Transformation Tuesday. Well, I have Mr. Elliott here with me today. I talked to you about why I got married. I got married because that's what I thought I should do to have babies and then later get a divorce. But of course, Malcolm Elliott has a different perception of why he got married. So I brought him here today just to share with you why he got married. And then I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. So why do you think you got married?
I got married because, number one, that's what I saw growing up in my home. You know, my mom and dad were married, still married to this day. Met when they were teenagers, and I didn't necessarily want to always have kids, but I knew I wanted to get married. Matter of fact, I couldn't stand kids.
I know. It was funny because we were in a restaurant one time and he was like, all these kids. So keep following us. We're going to YouTube and to hear more of this conversation. We'll see you there on YouTube. So anyway, so do you think after you got married, it changed your perception of marriage? Because I know for me it did.
No, it didn't change my perception. I knew that, marriage was difficult. It was tough. Although I also know that once the kids leave the home and now it's just mommy and daddy, I know from experience by watching my parents that things get better as far as your marriage is concerned, and enjoying the aspect of being married.
Yeah.
I think it's a. You got to redo it now.
I'm not going to have to redo it. It's a paradigm shift. So that's what I said, because I wanted to get married just to have kids because my mother grew up saying we don't need no daddy. So when I went into the marriage, I wasn't thinking I was going to get divorced, but I mean, that's what I thought the whole time that I was young. Like, okay, just have these kids so I can be legitimate, and then after I have these kids, get a divorce. So I would say my paradigm shift after being married, like I had to rethink about being married because I wanted to be married. I didn't want to be single. So what do you think? You don't think your paradigm shifted a little bit? Like, because when you think of marriage, you don't think about, okay, this is how the kids are going to affect the marriage and this is how all this stuff is going to affect the marriage. But it does. It impacts the marriage. So I think it changes a little bit from what you may have thought it was going to be. Not you, but in general, like people.
Oh, well, one thing that I recognize is that it's difficult being married. So, not just the arguing, standpoint, not getting along, but just the whole fact of being married it's a challenge. And
it is.
You have to last in that challenge, in that race. You got to come out on the other side on top.
Right.
And that means staying together
through thick and thin.
Yeah, forever. So
yeah, what's funny is I didn't come in the marriage with skills. Like, I didn't have nobody to watch, so I didn't come into the marriage with skills of how to be this married wife. Do you think you came into the marriage with skills like looking at your parents?
Of course. One skill that I came in with was don't argue about money.
Yeah.
So, and I know that most marriages get divorced because of money.
Good job, Elliott's parent Elliott's.
So, my mom, even though my dad made the money, my mom took care of all the finances, and the stress level was low in the area. You know what I mean? So and if we've had issues or situations where money could have been an issue.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
And I feel that with the tutelage that I got growing up,
that did help. Absolutely. Because I would say that that's a skill that I took on because I wasn't really, again, having skills. So I took on the skill of don't argue over money. Because I agree that destroys marriages. We argue about other things now, which, we have developed skills to address. But anyway, I appreciate you sharing with us today about marriage and how you got your skills from your parents. I didn't have anything to look forward to or not look to. So I had to learn a little bit from him. And of course, along the way, I've learned a lot. But one thing I want to leave you with that maybe we can talk about during this season is that I don't think we base our marriage on anybody else's, not even your parents' marriage. I don't think we have these traditional things that marriages do that we have to do because we are married. I don't think that we have any of that in our relationship.
Outside of raising the kids and making sure, that's traditional. You gotta, we brought them into the world. You gotta make sure they get everything they need.
Yeah.
So, but outside of that, then Nah, I'm not
No.
following any tradition.
No
You know,
traditions,
man.
because you know what? If
Hey,
tra-
and in our community, that's even breaking a tradition. The
What?
black father staying in the home.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, that's true. That is
So I
following
guess
the
we are
tradition. Yeah,
untraditional.
we are, and I always tell Malcolm he's the glue because he should have left me long time ago because I was crazy. Remember, I was raised by a single mom, so I had single mom mentality, and so in the relationship, I came in with that. So I had to learn to get that out of my system. So definitely, we don't base our marriage on anything else, and whatever we see that we can learn from, I would say we would try to use. But other than that, we're going with the flow and we're learning as we go. So hopefully you can learn a little bit from us. I have to beg Mr. Elliott to be on camera because he's the behind the scenes guy. So I do definitely appreciate him coming out today and giving us a
Right.
little wisdom. And hopefully he'll come back again. He will be coming back again because we got to do a couple more of these. So anyway, thank you so much. We love you so much. Even though it's Saturday, it's always Happy Transformation Tuesday. Smooches, mwah, and we're out.